do a really fun craft today, and it is inspired by the Angry Birds app, which I love. And it's an ornament. You could do a Christmas ornament or just to have it as decorations. This is a red bird that inspired us, so we thought we'd give that one a try. You can see it kind of hangs, and that'd be really cute on the Christmas tree. What you're going to need for this craft is a wooden bead. Get whatever size you like. You need a pipe cleaner in black for the eyebrows. You need a couple of googly eyes, a ribbon to hang it, a marker to do a little bit of an outline, and you will need 3 shades of paint. We have a fire engine red, a yellow, and kind of a parchment color. And you'll also need a little bit of clay. I'm using air dry clay, but you can certainly use polymer clay that bakes, and you'll need a little hot glue or regular glue if you don't mind waiting for it to dry. To start things off, I like to do the beak. You need 2 pieces for the beak. You need a little piece for the under beak and a larger piece for the upper beak. It doesn't have to be perfect. You need a couple triangles that will fit together. There, kind of smush them together. There you go. Let it dry. If it's not quite taking, you might want to get it a little bit wet on the end to mush it together a little bit more. All you're going to do is let that dry. You can put it in the oven to make it dry quicker. We've got the beak drying in the oven, and now all we're going to do is paint the wooden bead. It's probably going to take 2 coats of paint since it's bare wood and it's going to soak in, and I'm just using regular acrylic paint in like an engine red. Alright, I have painted the body, I've painted the beak, you can see that, and I had forgotten to mention the plume that goes on top of his head. I've already done that as well. All it is 2 kind of oval things. You can either have them as 1 piece or 2 pieces. You're just going to glue them next to each other on top of his head, as you can see on this one. Okay, so all of that's painted. And then you're going to take the body, and on the bottom of the body you're going to want to put his light underbelly. And all it is kind of a pear-shaped on the bottom. And I took a parchment color and kind of just eyeball it. It'll take 2 coats. Go around. We have everything painted. I went ahead and outlined the underbelly with black. And now we're going to start putting it together. Let's start with the eyeballs. Here's the front. The front has a rounded area. You don't want your hot glue to be too hot for these eyeballs because they are plastic and they will melt. So put a dab on it, squish it in place. Grab the other one, and I put them right up next to each other. So there's no gap. Next goes the beak. The beak goes right up under the eyes. You want to be a little bit neat with this. Here we go. Hold it in place. You don't want a whole lot of overspill. So now he's starting to come together. I cut the 2 pieces of pipe cleaner for the eyebrows. And we want him to go pointing down so he looks angry. And we'll put a dab here, and a dab here. And they're fuzzy, they cover up a lot of the excess glue. Okay, so just remember, get him pointing down so he looks angry. The next thing we're going to attach is the plume on top of his head. You can either kind of bury it in with the eyebrows or not. And what I did on this one is, I'm not sure if you can see it or not, because you want to get enough glue on there to be able to keep it stable, I put a little bit of glitter on top of that, and it's red glitter so it kind of blends in and finishes it off. So get the hot glue going. Put kind of a mound on there. I like the little part forward a little bit. Lean it on there. Throw a little glitter down. Can't go wrong with glitter. Let it all harden. You can shake any excess glitter off. And then what I do, because it'll get into the pipe cleaner eyebrows, I will do, I'll take a dry paintbrush, a dry clean paintbrush, and kind of brush it out. Now when I put the finishing coat on there, the triple thick, I will put it on a paintbrush or a dowel, whatever you happen to have that would fit, and hold it that way. You don't have to hold it and ruin the finish. So I do that, and then I'll put the paintbrush into a jar to let it dry, and that way it can sit without falling over. Our bird is dry. Now all we have to do is put the ribbons. All we do is cut a length of ribbon, fold it in half, and then feed it through the hole in the bead. Push it through. You can knot it once or twice. The ribbon that I'm using is rather thin, so either way, even if I knotted it twice, it wouldn't make any difference. So go ahead, pull it, and you can pull it up to where only the ends are sticking through. Take your glue gun, and you're going to stick it in there and glue it. You don't want it overflowing, but you want it about to the top, and then it will shrink down. And after you're done with that, if the bird is hanging more forward rather than straight, then go ahead and put a bead of hot glue at the front to attach it, the ribbon there, because then it will hang straighter. And that's all there is to it, and we have this wonderful bird inspired by the Angry Birds.